Hi, these are the answers for the first Unit 5 CCEA Chemistry A2 Fact File. So it's 5.1 Mass Spectrometry. So here we go. The mass spectrum for methyl propanoate is shown below. We have the formula, which is CH3CH2 COO CH3. What is the MZ value of the base peak? So the base peak is, of course, the peak of greatest abundance. Okay, you can see here that the greatest abundance there is this peak, and that comes in at 29. Next is suggest the formula of the species responsible for peaks at 31 and 57. So at 31, that's likely to be this CH3CO+, and if we look, that's coming off here at this end of the molecule. So then the other one, the CH3CH2CO+ is coming from the other end of the molecule. And if you add up their formula masses, that's what you will get. 31 for the first one, 57 for the second. Then explain why there is a peak at 89. So there's three little peaks there, and one of them, the one at 89, is very small. You can just see it there. Let's see. There it is. And when you get a peak which is one above the molecular ion, you know that that's the N+1 peak, and it's due to the presence of a carbon-13 atom. Okay, next question. Oxygen has three isotopes, O16, 17 and 18. So sample, that should say, of oxygen was analysed in a mass spectrometer, and three groups of peaks were obtained. So there was a group corresponding to the O2 plus ion, the O2 plus ion, and then one which is just the O plus ion. So what I've done is just work out the MZ ratio for each of these. So the O2 plus, the mass is 32 and the charge is 1, so it's 32 is the value for that. The second one, mass is 16, charge is 2, so we get 8. And the third one, the mass is 16, the charge is just 1, so that's 16. And it says, which of the following is the order of the mass to charge axis from left to right of the groups? So from left to right, going from lowest to highest, that would be 8 and then 16 and then 32, which is QRP, which is D. Next, we've got the structure and mass spectrum of succinic acid. Here's the structure. You see it's a symmetrical molecule, carboxylic acid group at each end, and then two CH2 groups in the middle. And then we have the mass spectrum here. Explain the term base peak. So it's the tallest peak in the spectrum, and that's what we expect for that. Next question is also about succinic acid. I've drawn it again up here. There it is, little symmetrical structure. And I've also worked out the formula mass, which is 118. You can see there how I've done it. It asks you to identify the base peak. And if we just look back here, you can see it's coming in at 55. So there we go. Just reading it off the graph. Suggest formula for the following MZ values of the fragment ions. So the first one I've suggested, it's probably this carboxylic acid, COOH+, coming in at 45. So two oxygens are 32, and a carbon is another 12, so that's 44. And hydrogen is another one, so that takes it up to 45. And then the other one, the formula mass here is 118 of the succinic acid. And you see there, the fragment has a mass of 100. Now, with a difference of 18, that suggests that you're removing water. So to do that, you could take away an OH and a hydrogen, and that gives us this then, the OOC-CH2-CH2CO+. Then it says chlorine has two isotopes, chlorine 35 and 37. Which one of the following is the number of peaks found in the mass spectrum of chlorine gas? This is dead easy from last year. So we're looking at the different combinations you could have in Cl2, which is a 35 and a 35, 35 and a 37, two 37s, and then you could get the single atoms, so 35 and 37, which is a total of 5 peaks. And finally, the mass spectrum of methanol is shown below. Which one of the following is the base peak? Well, we know the base peak is the tallest peak. So there it is. It's C. Thanks for watching.